Yo, yo, what's up, guys? What is up? Hope everybody can hear me. I already see some comments coming in. So the collector had his popcorn ready at 9 o'clock this morning. Mystery Dave says it's hangout time. You are right, Mystery Dave. It is hangout time. Seth says very cool. I'm not sure what that refers to, but I appreciate it. You're very cool yourself, dude. Trey says, what up? What up, Trey? What's up? What's up? And Brown Coat Review says, hello, everyone. That's a sweet logo. I like that logo, Brown Coat Reviews. What's up, Laura? So, what's up, Noah MP Webbs? I feel like your name and my name are so similar. Like, we got to be related or something, right? BJ Kicks, NP Webbs. I'm just saying. What's up, Jelliot? Nice. Good morning. Good morning, Kai. Good morning, Havoc. What is up? So, welcome to the Hangout. This is just fun. This is fun. So this is my live show that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Eventually, I want to do this show weekly, but that's probably not going to happen for a couple of months. But this is my live show. There's no agenda. There's no like big thing to do, right? I want to talk comics. I want to do Q&A. I want to talk whatever y'all want to talk, see what you guys are up to. This is just us hanging out. That's why I called it the Hangout. Now, before I get any further, today's episode of the Hangout is brought to you by our sponsor, Organic Price Books. Organic Price Books is the best place to look for off the hook books. I didn't make that up. They made that up. It was great. But Organic Price Books, if you're looking for collected editions, Omnibus, hardcovers, trade paperbacks, they've got great prices, really fast shipping, and amazing customer service. So you should definitely check them out at organicpricebooks.com. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, if you use my coupon code KSquad151, you'll save an extra $2 off every order that you apply that discount code to. So shout out to Organic Price Books for sponsoring today's episode, as well as today's giveaway. So I'm giving away this copy of the Dr. Aphra Omnibus. This is a thick boy. This is a big book featuring a whole bunch of issues. It's got some issues of Darth Vader, some issues of the Star Wars series from 2015, and of course, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, the 2016 series, numbers 1 through 40. So a very lucky member of the K Squad group on Facebook is going to win this book live today. And that is courtesy of our sponsor, Organic Price Books. So again, all the information's in the description of this video. So if you want to check out OPB, I'm down with OPB. If you want to check them out before or after this stream is over, then do that. I got to get myself in the frame the right way. There we go. I feel like, I don't know, am I really true to myself if my afro's not visible? Kev says, good morning, folks. Larry or Philly Born says, peace. What's up, dude? Reese says, hey, Brandon, what is up, Reese? Trey, you are absolutely correct. Trey says the inaugural book club was awesome yesterday, and it was. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. My schedule is so crazy these days, but I'm so glad I did. We talked about the long Halloween. We had a Google Hangout, so shout out to Seth for setting all that up. It was really fun. I love getting you guys' insights about the books, and also just sharing my insight or what I got from it. It's just fun to talk about things that you love with people who also love them. So that was dope. Exactly, Trey. You down with OPB? You know me, right? So that's funny. That's actually a shirt in the BJ Kicks shop. But we'll talk more about that later on. Now, I was live from the hospital. I couldn't not show up for the first book club meeting. Now, I may not show up every single month or every 2 weeks is what we're doing right now. But I'm definitely going to show up as much as I can. Chris Crowell is here. He says, good morning, everybody. Look at Chris Crowell with that UNC cap and gown with the Duke shirt inside. What is wrong with you, guy? What is going on? Give me a second. What's up, Johnny Joseph? What's going on? You know what? There's a lot of squares here, so this is gonna bother me. So give me a second. Let me switch something up real quick. There we go. There we go. That looks better to my eyes. So, what's up, Johnny Joseph? So today's video, this episode of the Hangout is really, like I said, eventually I plan to do like interviews with other creators, with other YouTubes. Or other YouTubers. I might bring in like, just people from the community. You never know what's going to happen on the Hangout. I like to keep it interesting, because all the rest of my content is so scripted. Like, I kind of almost write essays for a lot of these videos that I do, especially with the why I love and the reviews, the retro reviews and stuff that I do. So this is just a chance to talk about whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like if there's movies, before I say that, I am not caught up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like I watched episode 1 and that's it. So I want zero spoilers for that book or for that TV series. But you know what I'm saying? If we want to talk about WandaVision or like whatever, we can do that. But today, I think what's going to be best to do is just a straight up Q&A. Last time I did a live stream, it was for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and that show was supposed to be a bunch of Q&A, but we got so busy with the giveaways. Mystery Dave gave away some extra stuff. Like the whole stream ended up being just giveaway after giveaway. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to hang out, talk to me, ask me questions. You can ask me questions about what comics I'm reading. You can ask me questions about, regular life stuff, YouTube and YouTube tips, whatever. So that's what today is for. And I'm going to make sure I set a timer. We're going to start the giveaways sometime around, like I got to be done by 1 p.m. So probably at like 12:30 is we'll do the 2 giveaways that I got planned for today. So, oh snap, that's what's up, Chris. Chris said he was 10 minutes into episode 5 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then he saw the Hangout. He's going to watch that later. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Watching me instead of a Disney Marvel property is like that's dedication. That's dedication, because I can't say that I would do the same. So, all right, so there's some questions coming in. So I'll go ahead and start with the first one. So Noah says, favorite omnibus you're currently reading? Well, I am not currently reading an omnibus right now. Let's see. I'm looking at the shelf. I was in the middle of something. All right, so there are actually I am reading a couple of omnis now that I think about it. Right now, I'm reading the Captain America by Ed Brubaker omnibus, and then I'm also reading the Ten of Swords hardcover, which is literally just as thick as the Captain America omnibus. I'm loving this Captain America by Ed Brubaker right now. Like I'm loving it. So yeah, so far. I'm really, really, really enjoying it. Other than that, once I'm done with the Captain America by Ed Brubaker, I'm going to finally jump back into Batman by Grant Morrison. I got midway through the second omnibus, and that kind of put all of my omnibus plans on hold. Originally, my reading schedule was going to be Batman by Grant Morrison, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Then I was going to read Batman by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. And then I was going to read, start with all the Uncanny X-Men omnibus and basically read X-Men through the end of the year. That was my original omnibus plan. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that schedule. Since we just read The Long Halloween, I might give Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale a break and read that either later on this year or maybe at the beginning of next year. Havoc says, favorite Batman Omni. Well, after reading The Long Halloween, I'm going to go ahead out on a limb and say so far it's Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. The artwork and the stories and the coloring, all of it reminds me the most of Batman the Animated Series. And that's the Batman that I love. I haven't read the I haven't. There's a lot. I bought a lot of Batman because Batman's my favorite, but most of it I haven't read. So I've got The Road to No Man's Land. I got Batman by Paul Dini. I got Batman by Scott Snyder and Capullo. I've got the James Tynion Batman, which that is actually what I'm most excited to get into. So yeah. Kev says, are you starting X-Men from the Silver Age or starting with Claremont? Starting with Claremont, because the 2 Silver Age omnibus for X-Men are out of print and have not been resolicited yet, and I'm not paying those prices for either of them. Eventually, though, I will get the 2 Silver Age X-Men omnibus because they're basically collecting all of X-Men kind of in order. So I might as well grab those 2. I feel like they're going to be a bear to get through, but I'm going to grab them. Let's see. Kai says, Brubaker is great. It's good to support the source creators if you're loving Marvel content on Disney Plus right now. I absolutely agree with that. I agree with that. I liked Captain America by Brubaker so much, and I'm only 12 issues in to that omnibus, but it made me want to go out and buy anything else with Ed Brubaker's name on it. So I bought the Criminal Deluxe Edition Volume 1. I know volumes 1, 2, and 3 are getting reprints, and I know they're going quickly, so I need to go ahead and place my order before they sell out. But yeah, Brubaker's dope, so I'm trying to go back and read all the stuff I missed out on from Ed Brubaker. Reese wants to know if I've read Dr. Aphra. I have not read Dr. Aphra. You know what's funny? So I had all 3 of the Star Wars oversized hardcovers from Marvel Comics, the Jason Aaron run from 2015. And that's where like Dr. Aphra, kind of some seeds from her story are between that and the Darth Vader series that was running concurrently. And I was like, I want to trade in these hardcovers to get the omnibus, but I could not get, like, no one would buy those hardcovers from me. I finally sold the hardcovers, and literally the next week, the omnibus was like out of stock everywhere. So now I don't even have the Jason Aaron Star Wars run. So this Dr. Aphra is probably going to be my first Star Wars experience in comics, that is. There's a bunch of questions here. This is dope. So Johnny says, thoughts on Dark Detective Future State? You don't want my thoughts on Future State. Overall, I feel like Future State was a waste of time. Like, Future State looked cool. It was a bunch of like possible futures. I think if I had just read Dark Detective and the next Batman, my experience would have been a lot different. But with all the different Gotham books with Nightwing and the Teen Titans and what was the other one? There were others, that Robin Eternal. Like, by the time I finished with all the Gotham books, I just didn't want to ever hear the word magistrate again. And yeah, so Dark Detective was the high point of Future State for me. The art was amazing, the writing was good. Between that and Future State, the next Batman, I liked those 2 books, but overall, the Future State event just kind of was a chore. Let's see. Favorite Batman Omni. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite. Oh, wait, I picked one already. So there we go. I answered that question already. All right. Trey says, what makes you choose between single issues, trades, hardcovers, and omnibus? Basically, I'm new to comics, or I consider myself new to comics. It's been 2 years as of next month. And so for me, it's important to be able to get as much story as I can, as quickly as I can. And so I started buying Omnibus because it was like, people were like, oh, read this run of this and this run of that, and so on. And so I was like, well, the best way to find that was Omnibus. Trying to check out freaking single issues gets crazy because you run into random issues being keys and being worth a whole lot more. And so if I just want to read a story, I don't want to have to worry about the condition of the book and all that stuff. So I buy the omnibus. That's my preferred format. If I can't get the omnibus, then I prefer oversized hardcover. I almost never buy trade paperbacks anymore. I will almost always wait for a book to be collected in some sort of oversized hardcover format. But if it's not going to be oversized, I at least want it to be hardcover because I find them to be more durable. So that's how I chose. What comic have I read that I liked and didn't think I would? That Captain America by Ed Brubaker, most definitely. I hadn't read anything about Captain America or any Captain America stories before, but Captain America just always looked boring to me. Like even as a kid, seeing my cousins with Captain America comics, it was just like, it's not for me. But I'm totally loving this this Ed Brubaker run, so much so that I'm going to go ahead and pre-order all the rest of the omnibus in the series as Marvel solicits them, and that's after reading 10 issues. Kev says, are Aaron's Star Wars, Gillen and Souls Vader's, and Dr. Aphra the mainstays of the new Marvel Star Wars run? Yes. Jason Aaron's Star Wars and Kieran Gillen's Darth Vader, they're both set right after A New Hope, right? And so basically the comics are kind of filling in the space between the movies and the original trilogy. If I'm not mistaken, the current Darth Vader series, and I don't remember who's writing it, but that takes place after Return of the Jedi. I could be lying, but yeah. So those are the mainstays. Like basically, those are the books where Marvel is saying, or DC, or Disney is saying, hey, these books are officially in canon along with the movies. So if you're gonna read Star Wars and comics, that's probably the best place to start. Although all the old Dark Horse material people know and love for other reasons. So if you're a Star Wars fan, then there's plenty out there for you. Cage says, hi, dude. What's up, dude? Day says, I'm late, but hey, bro, rock on. Is that what that means? Is this like Spider-Man? Let's just call this the Spider-Man emoji, right? War Machine says, hey, what's your favorite Hulk run before Immortal Hulk? I've never read a single issue of Hulk in any form. I haven't read Immortal Hulk. I do have a Planet Hulk omnibus that I plan on reading, but that's the only Hulk story I own, so I'm not the best person to answer that question. Someone else probably should. Perry Comics says, what's up? What's up, Perry? Johnny says, have you gotten any comic CGC graded? Stay tuned. I actually have a book headed to CGC right now. Actually, it just arrived in Sarasota last week. And it'll be the first time that I've sent a book off to the CGC with help from one of my friends. So that video is coming soon, and somebody in this subscribe to this channel is going to be really happy when that video comes out. And that's all I'll say about that. Havoc wants to know my thoughts on the King in Black run. I haven't read King in Black. I just now started reading Donny Cates' Venom run in hardcover. So I'm up to issue like 18 in the Donny Cates' Venom run, and I'm really enjoying it. So eventually I am going to get to King in Black. I actually went out and bought the King in Black single issues once I started reading Donny Cates' Venom and enjoying it. But I can't say anything about it. I haven't read it, and I'd appreciate not being spoiled. I do love that box, though. That box behind my head. Now that I've read some Venom and know a little bit about who Null is, I enjoy it. Greg Pak is writing the current Darth Vader run. That's correct. Doug says, what's up, everyone? Steven Forrester says, hey, guys. I was like, what the heck? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have decoded your name. My bad, dude. Kev says, morning, Doug. Trey Gillen says, as someone who's read all of modern Star Wars, it's great. Well, that's a ringing endorsement. What's my opinion on the Murphyverse? My opinion on the Murphyverse and Batman White Knight is that Batman White Knight is scheduled to be my retro review book in the month of May. So we'll find that out then. If you have young kids who enjoy Star Wars, then you should read the Star Wars Adventures or introduce them to the Star Wars Adventures from IDW. I really enjoy the Adventures books from IDW and the Marvel Action books. I really like them. I read them myself just because, you know, adult-based comics can be like really adult-based comics, and sometimes I'm not really wanting that. I just want to get into a good story and have some fun. So yeah, I love the IDW YA line. So I'm sure the Star Wars is great. I haven't read any of them though. Stevens Nepets says the Murphyverse is great. Tons of Easter eggs. That's what's up. Cool. Yeah, I did it or who is this? Who said this? I lost the comment. Oh, this is Kevin. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get the Star Wars by Jason Aaron omnibus. I think it still goes on eBay for like $100. It just kind of makes me mad because I could have got it for 70. But I need to stop playing and pull the trigger before it gets really expensive, because that's what happens with these Marvel omnibus. And it took Star Wars by Jason Aaron a long time to go out of print, which means it's probably not going to be reprinted anytime soon. Yeah, I agree. Day Day. And what's crazy is I'm sure they're going to do it. I know they already, have the run in hardcover, so they're going to finish that out. But the way they've been putting out Donny Cates omnibus in general, it's going to be out really soon. Like, I'd be surprised if it wasn't out by like January. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kev, I already said that one. Okay, Steven's cool with me saying his name. That's what's up. When a Donny Cates Omni gets solicited, Marvel will be getting a good sum of money from me. Yeah, I mean, Organic Price Books is definitely going to get a good sum of money from me for that book. I'm definitely going to buy it because I really enjoy it. I wonder how they're going to do like the Absolute Carnage and King in Black getting in. Is that going to be in that omnibus, or are they going to put it somewhere else? Have I checked out Deceased? Yes. Deceased, I got a free comic book day issue of Deceased around Halloween or something. It was Deceased #1. Really, really loved it. So much so that I bought this hardcover. This is the local comic shop day exclusive variant cover for the Deceased original Deceased hardcover. It's a standard size hardcover collecting Deceased 1 through 6, but that Francisco Matina Joker is just dope. And I love it. This was actually my first hardcover purchase. And I remember feeling like, wow, $29.99, that's a lot for a comic book. Have the times changed? So, but yeah, Deceased, I love. I love it. I've read all of the Deceased like spin-off books. I Hope at World's End, Dead Planet. What was the other one? There's one that they did like online only. But anyway, I love all the Deceased, and I can't wait to see the rest of them if they continue that series. Wow, we got a super chat here. So Rich super chatted for $10 and said congrats on the little one. I appreciate it, Rich. I did forget to shout out the other sponsors of this show. So obviously we got our sponsor, Organic Price Books, but you guys can also sponsor the content on this show. If you decide you would love to send a super chat, it only helps the channel. It only helps, with these giveaways and shipping costs and stuff like that. So I appreciate it. And it's definitely not required at all. But if you send a super chat, it is one way to guarantee that your comment shows up. So I appreciate it. And thank you again, Rich. Let's see. Yeah, so Deceased is great. And if you haven't read Deceased, I highly recommend it. It's what turned me on to Tom Taylor, and it's the reason I'll buy just about anything Tom Taylor puts out. Well, that and the fact that everything else I bought from Tom Taylor, I've loved. So Tom Taylor's great. I'd buy anything with his name on it. Have I cracked open my Usagi volume? No, I actually had to the giveaway prizes for today. I had to dig out, and they were on top of the Usagi volume. I think I'm going to do an overview of it for the channel. So yeah, you know what happens? I have to stop looking at eBay like when I grab books, because seeing how much books are going for on eBay, like it makes me never want to open them ever. Even though I know I'm never gonna sell them. But anyway, Mr. Mario is listening while he's driving. I hope you're just listening and not watching, because that's dangerous, dude. But I appreciate you being here. Doug says he's enjoying Star Wars High Republic, and that's super dope. Trey wants to know. I haven't read the High Republic books. I've heard they're good. I started reading issue 1 because it's on Marvel Unlimited right now. And it's pretty cool so far, actually. Trey wants to know when I'm going to read Grendel, Kentucky. So I tend to read independent books like whenever I have like free time in a day. Like when I have like a little bit of time, if I got like an hour, if I'm out doing something, or if I'm at the hospital or whatever, I'll grab, an indie trade or something, or I'll even grab some single issues, because most of the time I'm behind on my regular like superhero pull list or reading list. So I'll grab an independent series when it's like, I know I want to read something, but I don't want to carry 8 issues of Batman to catch up. So Grendel, Kentucky will get read once I dig it out of the box. So I'm moving. I just found out my moving date. I'm moving on June 2nd. So all this stuff behind me is going to have to get packed up. There's a bunch of books that are going to have to end up, or that I'm going to have to put back in the CLZ app because I neglected to do them before. So as I'm doing that, as I'm sorting through things to pack up and move, I'm going to be taking out certain books to read. And just because Trey has recommended Grendel, Kentucky so many times, I'm definitely pulling that out. So I'm probably going to read it within the next 6 weeks or so. Have I read any Doom Patrol? I've not, but I've heard nothing but great things about Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol. So take that as you will. Jeremy from the Ultimate Comics live show just gushes about Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol. It's like the best thing ever in his mind. So there we go. Did I like Boba Fett? If you like it, can we have a watch party when the Boba Fett series arrived? I do like Boba Fett. Now, I'm a very, very casual Star Wars fan. Like, I've only watched the Star Wars movies. Now, I've watched all of them, and I've watched all of them multiple times. But what I found out by, sitting in comic shops for hours is that I am nowhere near the Star Wars fan that some other people are. Like a lot of other Star Wars fans, they've watched all the movies, they've read all the comics, they've read all the novels, like just words novels. Like people who love Star Wars really love Star Wars. And I feel like to call myself a Star Wars fan would be a disservice to those people. But when I'm watching Star Wars, Boba Fett's one of my favorite things to see. The reason I watch The Mandalorian is because The Mandalorian looks like Boba Fett. So there you go. And I'm down I don't know if we'll have a watch party, because I think that kind of gets weird when it comes to copyright stuff, but we can definitely do like a Boba Fett themed episode of the Hangout. Like I'm down with that. Noah and Day think there's going to be a separate King in Black Omni. Well, there's definitely enough tie-ins to make a King in Black Omni. Because, good Lord. Yeah, and Chris just said the singles fill up half a short box. Half a short box, what's that? That's like 50 to 75 issues, right? Crazy. Thoughts on the Gail Simone Batgirl Omni? Day is more qualified to answer this question. I don't own the Gail Simone Batgirl Omni. And I had to put a hard stop on purchases because my baby girl was born last month. So there's some books that I was gonna just kind of sneak in there that I can't sneak in anymore. And Batgirl was one of them. What are the most underrated Batman villains according to you? To me, I feel like the Riddler doesn't get enough credit. I feel like the Riddler kind of ends up being the laughing stock of Bat villains, because it's like Batman can always guess the riddle. But one of my favorite episodes of Batman the Animated Series was what is it called? basically Batman is like inside of a computer game that's being controlled by the Riddler. Like, and I felt like it was one of the most challenging things Batman went through. I think what it is like most writers aren't quite clever enough to make Riddler a really like make him so as much of a threat as he should be. That's how I feel about that. How do I feel about Little Nas X? This is a comic book channel, sir. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't know nothing. I don't know enough about Little Nas X to have an opinion on him. I'm a Christian, so as far as like media that I consume, especially music, and especially since I'm raising a child, my daughter's 10 years old, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't play. I was just telling somebody I don't do like demon movies, like of any form, right? So I heard Little Nas X is like, doing crazy things with Satan in a music video. And that was a hard pass for me. But it's not like I was listening to any of his music anyway. The only thing I really know is the chorus of Old Town Road. So there's that. Those are my thoughts on Little Nas X. Am I going to read Guardians of the Galaxy by Al Ewing? I have a very, very hard time with cosmic books. Like Green Lantern is a stretch for me. I read it because I like Jon Stewart in like other media, but the cosmic stuff like Thanos Quest and the Infinity Saga and all that stuff is difficult for me to get into as a reader. It's just a little bit too out there for me. Oh, wait, who said I can't read the Omni because I might mess it up? That's not true. I don't carry him around. I don't carry him around like that, but I definitely read my Omnis all the time. I just don't like them to come in the mail messed up. That's my thing. Like, don't mail it to me like damaged. Jason says, hello, everyone. What's up, dude? Thoughts on Spider Shadow #1? I think it is sitting in the stack of books that I haven't read yet this week. But I'm excited to read it. I picked it up because it was the book I was most excited to buy. And there you go. I haven't read it yet. But I mean, it's only been 3 days. I picked it up on Wednesday. Today's Saturday. And I had to read The Long Halloween first. So there you go. SCG says, what's up, folks? If you haven't checked out Chris, it's Chris, right? The Southern Comic Geek. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should. He does giveaways. I think he just hit 1,000 subscribers. You just hit 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, he definitely did. And that was really dope. But he shouted me out a while ago, like when I had like 100 subscribers or something like that. I don't know how that happened, but I started getting people in my comments like SCG sent me. So he's a great dude. He goes to Walmart and buys a bunch of stuff. And shows you the Walmart packs. He shows you all sorts of stuff that he buys, and he likes to collect slabs and give away slabs as well. So check out Southern Comic Geeks channel. Mike says he almost missed it. Oh, gotta be quicker than that. Day, to answer the question, Day says that Gail Simone's Batgirl run is a great time. So, well, he said a good time, but he said it in all caps. So I'm just gonna read that as a great time. Kai says you're going to love what Greg and Scott Snyder do with the Riddler. No spoilers, but you'll get there once you start their run. That's exciting. That's exciting. Noah says I need to read Spider Shadow #1. Just take my word for it. I'm going to read it. It's at the top of the reading pile. I've been creating a bunch of videos. I haven't had as much reading time since I started the YouTube channel, honestly. Cage says the old Batman comics are cool to read. Adam West rules. He's my favorite Batman actor. I actually, there was a sale on Vudu a while back, and so I bought the entire Adam West Batman series digitally, and it was cool. It's just, I remember, so I have family in New York, and then I have family in like super rural North Carolina. That's where my grandmother was raised. So we would spend our summers at my grandmother's house in New York, and then she would drive us down to Onslow County for like the last 2 weeks of the summer. And those were always the worst 2 weeks because there's nothing in Onslow County but mosquitoes and tobacco. So yeah, there we go. But at my Aunt Mary's house, rest in peace. She's my grandmother's sister. So my great aunt. She didn't have cable, but the best time I ever had was watching the Adam West Batman series in her kitchen when it would come on TV, the reruns. So Adam West Batman has a special place in my heart. I want to buy the Batman 66 Omnibus because of it. If you haven't seen the Batman animated movie, I think it's called Return of the Caped Crusaders. It's the entire Batman 66 cast voicing this cartoon adventure. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Mr. Mario says, here's a little something for the channel, and make sure to reuse the old mainstream mystery box package to ship out our blank comic swap. No worries, sir. Look at this. I have stacks and stacks of Gemini mailers and bubble wrap. I have a bag of packing peanuts up under my desk. And off camera, there's so many boxes. Between moving and packing things up, rest assured, your package is safe when I ship it out. But I appreciate it, Mario. And Mario is running the fan art cover swap. So we all bought a bunch of blank comics, and then we bought a bunch of art supplies and stuff so we can draw on these blank comics, and we're gonna send them out to other people in the K Squad group. So if you're not in the K Squad, you need to join. And that's why I put it in the little ticker down there. Let's see. Farhan says, peace and love from Malaysia. Wow. And it says, thanks for being good company during these difficult times. Please keep doing what you do. Cheers, man. I appreciate it, man. I do this because it's fun. And honestly, I started the YouTube channel because I was creatively bored in my other my work and my other business. And I was like, well, if I'm going to talk about stuff on camera, I might as well talk about comics since I spend so much of my time buying and reading comics. And then I was like, you know what? As a nice side goal, eventually I would love it if, my YouTube channel could pay for my comic books. What I did not expect or anticipate was just how fun it would be and how many cool people I'd be able to meet. Like, that has been the unexpected part of this journey, is learning about the greater comics community and meeting all of you guys and seeing your faces and just being able to engage and hang out with you guys. There's not a million people in my life that love comics, but now there's like 1,800 people on my channel that love comics, and there's like a few or 200 people in my Facebook group that love comics. And so I get to share the things I love with a whole lot of people, and I really, really love that. Noah says this Spider-Man Spider Shadow is like if Marvel had their own Black Label. Well, that's what's up, because a lot of people are comparing Black Label to like Marvel what if stories. And let's see. Chris says he seconds that, Kai. I'm assuming you're seconding the whole Riddler thing in the Scott Snyder run. That's my assumption. Clark wants to know if I ordered the rest of Saga yet. I did not. I'm trying to hold out. It's still been going well as far as reading it. I'm almost done with volume 1. Or no, I finished volume 1. I haven't started volume 2 yet. But yeah, I love Saga, but at like the prices on Saga, they're still holding steady at like $25 for each hardcover on Amazon. I think they're $30 for each hardcover on Organic Price Books. So I'm likely just going to go ahead and order them at Organic Price Books shortly. But I'm just trying to have some restraint with my budget, because I know I got a big Omnibus pre-order coming at the end of this month. And then I got to buy an iPad. Apple is announcing the new iPad on Tuesday, and I'm definitely going to order it on day one. I actually ordered one right after my daughter was born, and the Verizon canceled my order because it was out of stock. And apparently the reason it's out of stock is because there's a brand new iPad being released. So I got to buy that next week. I got a lot of stuff to buy, so I got to wait on Saga. SCG says, congrats on the channel and thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your support. I truly believe that this channel would not have grown the way it has without that really early support from other people in the community. So shout out to the Southern Comic Geek, to Small Town Collectibles, to Rod the Rican, or Just a Rican in his comics. And I'm sure I'm leaving people out, but I remember that early support and it meant a lot to me then, and it still means a lot to me now. Someone asked me, what's your favorite book that many would be considered terrible? I don't know about considering anything terrible. What I'm learning, and I said this in a video once, and I say it every now and then to make myself sound smarter, right? But I feel like there's no such thing as a bad comic. There's just like poorly placed story points or poorly placed characters. It's like the same as like cooking. Like, there's not really a such thing as bad food, but people might arrange the ingredients the wrong way, and all of a sudden you got a disgusting thing up on your plate. But you can give this a top-rated chef some of the worst ingredients ever, and they can make like a gourmet meal. So I try not to call books terrible. That said, I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing I think I would consider terrible that's my favorite. But I think people will be surprised to know just how much I love like the YA books. Like I love Super Sons. I love the Batman and Scooby-Doo team up books. I read a few issues of the Rugrats a while back because my daughter bought those. So yeah, I love a lot of YA books, and that's probably the hidden gem or the guilty pleasure that people wouldn't expect me to like. Or maybe they would, because I also seem to have this reputation as the smiling positivity guy. So maybe people are not surprised that I love YA books. Let's see. Chris, your wife could draw anything on a comic book. So yeah, tell her I said she's good. Weird movie I watched on YouTube, an old Spanish Batwoman movie. She wears a bathing suit and a bat mask and a cape. She fights mad scientists. It's not a great movie. Check it out. That's quite the endorsement there. Mike has to go to work. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you being here. Peace and love. Hope your work day goes well. I'm pretty sure Mike is a chef at his day job, so I hope all your food turns out good and no one sends their plates back. So, Matt says, yeah, now that I think about it, All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. That was a terrible book. That book was bad. That book was bad. Yeah, so there we go. I broke my positivity rule because, yeah, that book was all over the place. I actually have that book. I got it in a standard size hardcover right behind me, but I also have the full run in single issues, including issue 10, which I've never read because I've only read the hardcover, and the hardcover, for whatever reason, only includes issue 9. I think there was something that had to be recalled or something like that. So, yeah. What's my favorite omnibus right now, bro? What is my favorite omnibus right now? Probably, yeah. And Joe, you're right. The artwork in Batman, All-Star Batman and Robin is amazing. That's why I bought it for Jim Lee. So I have to have favorites based on like how the purchase went and not necessarily how the story went, because so much of my collection is unread. And if I'm going off of that, I guess the Death and Return of Superman has to be it, hands down, because of the story with that. A close second is the Wolverine Omnibus. Although I'm kind of mad at the Wolverine Omnibus. So the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, I bought when it first came out. Oh, number 10 has a that's crazy. But yeah, I bought it when it first came out, and it got snatched up really quickly. Like if you guys follow collected editions, which obviously Day does with a name like Omni Nation Comics, right? Then you know that they tend to go out of stock very quickly. They go out of print very quickly. And it's just a bad day for you as a collector if you strike out on all those online places, right? So I struck out of the Wolverine Omnibus simply because I just didn't have the money when it came out. And I wasn't really an omnibus collector at that point. So I wasn't prioritizing room in my budget for omnibus. But I was very surprised to see that that book sold out in like a day. And I was like, man, I know I have some money coming in next week. Like, can they just wait a week? And so then um, what happened was I got a sponsorship, my first sponsorship on my other channel. A company paid me $300 to talk about their music service. And I was like, sure, I'll talk about your music service because I was already a customer of theirs. And so anyway, they paid me $300 and I immediately took 178 of those dollars to buy this Wolverine Omnibus, the direct market variant edition with the flat spine COVID-19 variant. I bought that from some store on eBay that was international. So the book was actually a good price, but I had to pay so much to ship it internationally. And then they started announcing a bunch of reprints. There is a third printing of that book, or a third stock of that book that's coming out, I want to say in September. So hit up Organic Price Books. You'll find it in their solicitations list there. So yeah. Clark Nato says you should check out Kevin Smith's older Fat Man on Batman podcast episodes from a few years back. I actually bought a Kevin Smith Club membership just so that I could listen to the old Fat Man on Batman episodes. My favorite one, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I remember vividly listening to the Jim Lee one. And then I listened to Greg Rucka on the way to like a zoo that I took my daughter to last year. But yeah, I just love people talking about Batman. The trippiest one was by far the Grant Morrison episode. But yeah, I'm excited to dive into those. I listened to the Paul Dini one too. But yeah, Fat Man on Batman is dope. I have nothing but good words about that podcast. I love it. I don't drive as much anymore. Now that I'm working from home, I don't have a commute. And because of the commute, or because of the lack of commute, I don't have time to listen to stuff. When I'm home, I'm like creating videos is what I do when I'm home. But I'm definitely going to get back into Fat Man on Batman eventually. We got another super chat. Shout out to Philly Born. Larry says, congrats on the Hangout and the birth of the new bundle of joy. Much respect. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Trey's got to go. They're looking at an apartment. Aren't you building a house? I feel you. Thanks for hanging out. Peace, Trey. You know what? It's 12:19. I said I'd start at 12:30, but let's go ahead and do the first giveaway. So the first giveaway is a surprise giveaway. You guys didn't know it was coming. Well, if you watch the channel, you did know it was coming. This is Monstrous, the deluxe version. It's still sealed, which is why you got that stupid glare on the screen. This is brought to you courtesy of my man Kevin, Kev Koss. That Ed Brubaker interview got a whole lot of flack because apparently people are mad that Brubaker said he wasn't paid enough. I don't know. But anyway, this is Monstrous, the Image Deluxe Hardcover, Volume 1, by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. I did an overview of this book on the channel when Kev sent it in as an AOK, and he sent it in specifically so that someone can win it. So I'm going to do a very hard trivia question, then I'm going to do something. I'm going to do a hard trivia question. So this book won a bunch of Eisner Awards, like a bunch of them. So the person who can guess how many Eisner Awards this book won is going to win a free copy. This sealed free copy of Monstrous. And let's do this. I'll say starting now. In the comments. So while I'm waiting for you guys to answer that question, oh, we got a bunch of guesses here. I had to Oh, wow. Okay. It looks like we have a winner. Let me just make sure. All right. So the answer to that question, by the way, if you're guessing, I hope you're subscribed to the channel because you have to be a subscriber to win. And the first person that had the correct answer was Detroit Mel. He guessed 5 Eisner Awards, and it's true. Monstrous won Best Writer 2018, Best Continuing Series 2018, Best Cover Artist 2018, Best Publication for Teens 2018, and Best Painter / Multimedia Artist in 2018. 5 Eisners at the 2018 Eisner Awards. That's amazing. That's a lot of Eisners. So shout out to you, Detroit Mel. What I'm going to need you to do is shoot me an email. And let's do this. Shoot me an email to claim your prize. Just email me at bjkicks@bjkicksmusic.com. I need your name, your address, and yeah, I think your phone number. I think I need your phone number. But yeah, and I'll get that in the mail shortly. So I'm going to keep my email address on the screen for just a little bit longer. Congrats to you, Detroit Mel. And shout out to everyone else who actually answered the question. This one came to you courtesy of Kev Koss. So shout out to Kevin for sending this A-OK and blessing with this book. Like, that's super dope. The fact that you guys are donating giveaway prizes to each other is awesome to me. Super awesome. If you guys are looking at this and you're like, but it looks like it won 8 Eisners. The other 3 awards were a Hugo Award, a Harvey Award, and a British Fantasy Award. So that's what the other 3 spaces on this list of awards was. So congrats, dude. Congrats to Detroit Mel. You're shocked. Hey, I feel you. I get it. And so we do have one more giveaway. It's for K-Squad members exclusively. And because of that, no one really has to be present to win because I have ways of reaching out to them all. But this is the Star Wars Dr. Aphra Omnibus. I'm going to wait a few more minutes to do the giveaway on that one, just because it's actually going to require a few steps for me to take. Is the giveaway international or US only? That's a good question. So I would have to price it out. I'm going to say for this time, it's probably going to have to be US only. I need to price out how much it costs to send these types of books overseas. And maybe in the future, what I'll do is I'll just cover a certain portion of the shipping and you just pay, that other portion of the shipping to get the books. That's probably what I'm going to do from now on. But I need to research how much that even costs to do so that I know what a fair amount, for you to have to pay and for me to have to pay it would be. Probably just split it down the middle. Brown Coat Reviews. Laura says, congrats. Well, congrats. Steve says, congrats. Matt says, congrats. Oh, wait, no, Matt says it's a giveaway international. My bad. So yeah, I'm realizing, and it's very humbling to realize this, but there's people all over the place that watch these videos. Somebody's in the Middle East. I've had people in India commenting. Matt, where are you located? Rich says international shipping on Omnis is not pretty. I'm sure it's not. I remember I was gonna buy a Gotham Central Omnibus from somebody in Canada. He was literally selling it for $60. But to ship it to North Carolina was an extra $80. And I was just like, that's still a good price. Like altogether, $140 is great. But what the heck? I'm not paying $80 to ship anything anywhere. So yeah, so that's how that went. Dang, Chris. What you missed, Chris is paranoid. What you missed was the giveaway for Monstrous. I had everybody guess. How many Eisner's this series 1 in order to win a copy. So the correct answer was five Eisners in 2018. And the winner was Detroit Mel. So Detroit Mel is going to email me. He's going to email me at, whoops. I love this thing. He's going to email me at bjkicks@bjkicksmusic.com to claim his prize. And then I'm going to put it in the mail for him. And I'm going to cover shipping. So that's how that went. Kai's going to drop some links in the group for sites that sell or that ship books free internationally. So yeah, I'm down with that. So if you're not in the K Squad, you should join the K Squad. There's a link scrolling across the screen right now so that you see those things. The K Squad is really dope. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do this K Squad exclusive giveaway. So if you're not in the K Squad, what the K Squad is my private Facebook group. And what I wanted to do was create a community where we could talk comics. I wanted to kind of recreate the experience of being in a comic shop and, all the things that come with it, debating people, analyzing series and analyzing like art and stuff like that. And then recommending stuff, like sharing stories that are great, and we've got a really dope community. We're at 209 members right now. And nice. Yeah, Monstrous Volume 1 collects the first 18 issues of the series. What is happening right now? My bad, guys. We're moving, so I gotta buy a dryer. But anyway, yeah, the K Squad, I just want it to be a really fun space to talk comics. And a lot of the comic book groups that I've been a part of on Facebook, you get one or two things. You get people like angrily arguing with each other, or you get a bunch of people just trying to sell stuff. And either way, it makes for an unpleasant experience, in my opinion. And so I wanted the K Squad to be a whackness-free zone. And so far, we are very whackness-free. But what I didn't expect was just how much people would like really contribute to that community. So we've got people like Kev who donated prizes and who recommend all sorts of indie books all the time. Seth started the K Squad book club. Mr. Mario started the K Squad fan art exchange. So we're drawing on blank covers and sending them to each other. Like, the K Squad, in my opinion, is the best group on Facebook. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be the one to say it because that just kind of sounds conceited, but Chris said it, so now I can just repeat it. Chris says the K Squad is the best group on Facebook by a long shot. I want this to be like the best place to come hang out and talk comics, because a lot of us in this hobby don't have friends to share it with. Most people don't like comic books. Matt's got to get dinner. He'll be back in a few. I appreciate you, Matt. But yeah. In other groups, things definitely get out of hand. Like I said, right now, the big debate is whether or not Ed Brubaker should ever be allowed to speak about being slightly disappointed that he didn't get the compensation he felt like he deserved for the Winter Soldier. And yeah. And for me, I just want comics to be positive. The world at large is like argumentative enough between politics and religion and everything like that. We all have our opinions. We all have our convictions. We all have our values. But most of the time, comic books are not infringing on those. And so I'm just like, if it's not impeding me from living a healthy life, I'd rather just focus on the positive things. And so that's why K Squad is a whackness-free zone. And it's a true community. And I really appreciate you guys, because the K Squad is really as great as it is because of you, not because of me. All I did was create the group. You guys joined it. You guys create the discussions every day. You guys create the activities. It's been really dope. And I appreciate this group for, just kind of breathing new life into the hobby for me. right? Like I said, I started this YouTube channel just as in like a creative outlet. I didn't expect that I was going to get so much out of it. Like when my daughter was born and we had this really serious situation going on, you guys like really came around my family, and sheesh, I am not going to cry because I'm just not. But you guys really came around my family. You guys donated like DoorDash gift cards and all sorts of stuff that really, really helped. Like, I cannot express to you how much that stuff helped when I'm trying to be at the hospital around the clock and I got to worry about, oh man, what's my daughter, what's Leia going to eat, and what are we doing for dinner tonight, and so on. I didn't have to worry about any of that for like 2 weeks because you guys are just dope. And so you guys have shown me that the comic book community is really not just a community, it's a family. And I love you all for that. I appreciate it. That whole experience is the reason I'm probably never leaving comics, like ever. Because it's just like, when I think about this time period in my life, it's been the comic book community that's really, really helped out. And yeah, I got nothing but nice things to say about you all. Laura loves the K Squad. The community is amazing. I can't argue with you there. I agree with you 100%. So let's do something. You guys know the community is awesome. I agree, Detroit Mel. So what are we doing? I'm going to share my screen. And this is the K Squad. So in the K Squad, as an admin, I get to see, membership stats, the top contributors to the group, right? So as you can see, Facebook ranks you guys in the K Squad as, wait. Am I still on the screen? Okay, I am still on the screen. Just had to make sure. And also, let me do one other thing. This is so meta right now. Actually, you know what? It's fine. So, K Squad, or the Facebook kind of ranks you guys as top contributors based on how many comments you make in a group, how many posts you create in the group, how many comments you make on other people's posts, and how much you like things in the group or your reactions and stuff like that. So as you can see, we got a top 10 ranking right here. Laura's in at number 1. I didn't even know there were 764 things to click like on. And she's Josh Villy here. Villy's got 1,000 likes in the group. That's crazy. But anyway, when I do these K Squad exclusive giveaways every month, right? This month is going to be the Star Wars Dr. Aphra Omnibus. But every month I'm going to give away, every month I'm going to give away an Omnibus exclusively to a member of the K Squad. And to be eligible to win this Omnibus, what you got to do is you've got to be in the top contributors in this group. Now, this is the top contributors for the last 28 days. Yes, I exported this even though it had already been exported because I just needed to know. So what Facebook does is it's got your posts and your comments. It's all that get exported in the top contributors list, but it's actually ranking it based on your post, your comments, and your reactions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the top 20 contributors because the top 10 is just not enough. So the top 20 contributors would be cells 2 through 21 here. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter those names on this mystery wheel. So the top 20 is always going to be based on the last 28 days. We're going to be doing these K Squad exclusive giveaways once a month. So every month, somebody's going to have a chance to win. Now, if you win, the only rules are you got to be one of the top 20 contributors in the group. And if you've won any time in the last 3 months, you're not eligible to win the K Squad exclusive giveaway again until 3 months have passed, just to keep it fair to other people. So here we go. We got our top 20 names. There's 20 entries right here. Let me check. Let me stop the stream real quick. Stop the screen share. So let's see what's going on. That Laura is such an amazing contributor. Chris says he's been slipping. He needs to step his game up. Laura has 6 arms and 3 keyboards. Clearly she does. Detroit Mel says, I heard Dr. Afro was good. Hey, I heard the same thing. So cool. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen again, and we're gonna spin this wheel to see who won the Dr. Afro Omnibus, courtesy of our sponsor at Organic Price Books. I gotta shout them out again before we do this. Organic Price Books is the fastest growing distributor of trade paperbacks, hardcovers, omnibus. Basically, they're a great source for collected editions. They've got great discounts, amazing customer service. Their shipping is really fast. Like, it's a great time. It's a great time here to be a collected editions fan. So if you're like me and you love omnibus editions, you love hardcovers, you got to be shopping there to get the best deals. You can save $2 off every single order, which doesn't sound like a lot of money, right? But they got amazing discounts already, and $2 extra as opposed to 2%. There's actually a pretty big difference there. So anyway, use my code KSquad151 and you'll get $2 additional off your order. Let's stop all the shenanigans. Let's share this screen again. And this time I'm just going to share the one Chrome tab. All right. It's time to find out who won. Let's shuffle this. Let's shuffle it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see who's winning Dr. Afra. Spin. Oh. Oh. All right. Here we go. We got our winner. So our winner of the Dr. Afra Omnibus is Dylan Honeycutt. So thank you, Dylan, for being a member of the K Squad, for being a contributor to the K Squad. Like I said, I love giving back to this community. I wanted to reward the top contributors to the group because you're the ones making this community a great place to be. So shout out to you, Dylan. Dylan, is your name Dylan with an I? Huh. Did not realize that. But anyway, so Dylan, you won. So this Dr. Afra Omnibus is going to you. I'll reach out to you on Facebook. You got a bunch of people congratulating you and stuff. So there you go. I'm going to remove the screen share. Kai says congrats. Kev says congrats. Steve Torkelson says congrats. You got clapping. Everybody saying congrats. So you got this Star Wars Dr. Afra. I forgot to mention, this is the direct market variant. So this cover is sold out everywhere. You can get the regular cover on Amazon. I got the regular cover, but you got the direct market variant, the exclusive. So congrats to you. And that's it for the giveaways. But I love doing this. So I still got a few minutes. I told you we could do this till 1 o'clock. So if y'all have any other questions, like I said, they're about whatever, family life, about YouTube, whatever, I'm down for like at least 5 more minutes and then I'll wrap up and leave. That's really exciting. I really love giving things. I love giving back to the community. I feel like you guys give so much to me. And I love being able to reciprocate. So thank you guys for being a part of the community, for watching, and for just being dope people in general. What we got going on here? All right, so I don't see any more questions coming through. Oh yeah, Dylan, if you want to email me, you can, but I can just message you since you're in the group. Let me hide that. Now, We got some comments coming through. How's your family doing? Is everyone home? My baby girl, she's still in the hospital. She's going to be in the hospital. All estimates are that we'll be able to bring her home at the end of June, which was her original due date. So she's still in the hospital. Everyone is not home. So we are moving. I am moving on June the 2nd. So over the next few weeks, you guys are going to be seeing behind the scenes. You're going to be seeing me pack up my collection. I'm going to give you my tips for packing up my collection. We just bought a storage facility so I'm putting these records. These records are not coming with us to the new place. I'm going to put them in storage. And then when we buy our actual house next year, that's when I will bring the records and bring them out. So we just bought storage. I'm worried about, got to get a dryer. Let's see. So yeah. Oh snap. So Detroit Mel already hit me up to claim his prize. That's what's up. Your wife's due in June as well. Well, I pray she makes it all the way until June. Your baby is born full term and healthy and strong. But yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody's doing well. Baby girl, her name is Faith. She's doing very well. She's out there exceeding expectations. So I can't complain. Am I into any collectibles? Because Kai is a Funko addict. So I'm really trying hard not to be an action figure guy, but I've already kind of started a collection. So I've got behind me, there you go. So you can see I got there we go. So this is the custom Next Batman kit bash that was done by a member of the K Squad group whose name I'm blanking on right now. I'm pretty sure your name was Ryan. But yeah, so I got that. I've got my McFarlane Toys Batman from Detective Comics 1000. And then this horrible glare is on my DC Collectibles Icons Static Shock action figure. The McFarlane Toys Death Metal series is what really is making me want to get into action figures. But I just know that if I get into action figures, it's going to get out of control, just like records did, just like sneakers did before that, and just like my comics and Omnibus have gone out of control. So it's just like, you know what? The best excuse to not buy anything is the fact that I'm about to move and I don't want to have to pack it all. So I'm trying to hold off, but yeah, action figures are probably going to be the next wave. I don't see myself getting into statues, but action figures, that might be a thing for me. So yeah, what's my favorite non-MCU or DCU comic book movie? Now I got to think about which books or comics. Dennis the Menace. I loved the Dennis the Menace movie as a kid. Mr. Wilson with the chiclets in his mouth, and Christopher Lloyd as the grifter, the annoyed kidnapper. That is my favorite non-DC or Marvel comic book movie. Does that count? It's a comic strip. I'm going to count it. So, Dennis the Menace. There you go. There's the unexpected answer of the day. Yes, Faith is very strong. I'm going to announce sometime next week. Faith will be 1 month old on Tuesday. Yeah, Faith will be 1 month old on Tuesday, and I'm gonna list some items for sale. I got some blank covers. I've been working out. If you guys have been in the K Squad, you've been seeing I've been working on my sketching, my drawing, because I'm gonna do 3 Batman themed covers, and those are gonna go up for sale in the Faith Strong sale. It'll be my first time selling any type of original artwork, but it's just to raise money for Faith. And almost forgot about this. I will also, what's up, Ruben? Ruben says Cowabunga fam under like every video of mine. And I always respond with turtle power, dude. But I'm actually going to be giving away these exclusive BJ Kicks bookmarks. Well, I'm not giving them away. So if you ever win a giveaway from me, it's going to come with at least one of these. But the only other way to get these is to shop at Ultimate Comics Raleigh. If you buy a book, they'll let you get one bookmark. But I wanted to make these available for some other people too. So as part of the Faith Strong fundraiser sale, you will be able to buy a 5-pack of these bookmarks. The 5-pack will be $5. That includes the shipping. And so, yeah, this is just a way to raise some money to get all of Faith's stuff that she needs. We have a registry and all that, but she came early, so we needed the stuff early. So, yeah, these bookmarks, they're going to go on sale on my website. I'm going to try to have them live by Tuesday because Tuesday is Faith's 1-month birthday. And it's going to be under the Faith Strong collection. So the Faith Strong collection is going to include these bookmark packs. Like I said, I'll probably make 20 packs available at $5 a piece. But yeah, so you'll be able to grab these bookmarks and you'll be able to score some original artwork. 3 people or 1 person that buys 3 things will be able to get some original artwork from me on a comic book. So even if you don't like my artwork, there's a comic book inside. So it's a win-win. But yeah, these bookmarks, I really like these. I'm proud of these. They say buy what you like, read what you buy, and be nice to others because kindness makes the world go round. So yeah, I love bookmarks, and I figured that was just a great item to give away to people because we all love books, so we're all going to need bookmarks eventually. So yeah, that's the announcement. All right, so I'm going to take one more question, and that one more question is there. Larry says he needs one of those. Well, you can wait to win a giveaway, or you can just buy a pack on Tuesday when they go on sale. Richcraft loves bookmarks. I do too. So the last question for the day says, what is your guilty pleasure comic series or character, or what's your favorite comic book series or character that isn't as popular or well known? It's hard for me because I read mostly superhero stuff. So there's not really like a character that I read that isn't popular. But but I do love 7 Secrets by Tom Taylor. I like that a lot. The main character in that series is Casper. So that's probably the series that isn't popular. It's clearly popular. That I've been to right now. 7 Secrets is actually like, if I had to make a top 5 series right now, it's X-Force, 7 Secrets, Batman. That's it. That's the top 3. So I love X-Men. I love Marauders, but I haven't read them recently. And I love Wolverine. But yeah, those are the series that I read like faithfully. Detective Comics is up there too. But yeah, 7 Secrets is the one that broke the mold. I love Firepower as well from Robert Kirkman. But 7 Secrets. There we go. I don't really have a guilty pleasure. Like I said, my quote unquote guilty pleasure is all the YA titles that I love to read. Like right now, I just picked up Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, which is going to be a 12-issue series. And I'm so hype about that book. I bought 2 copies. Like I subscribed to it twice because my daughter has to have her own. Like I don't want my daughter messing up my books. So my daughter's got her own copy and I got my own copy. And that's one of the books I'm just like super proud to like see when I go and pick up my books and it's like, okay, what are you buying this week? And I'm like, yeah, I bought this one. Come at me, bro. Chris says in 2 weeks, Brand's going to be doing videos for Funko Pops. I do have a 10-inch LeBron pop coming my way, courtesy of the homie Chris. I'm a huge LeBron fan. I do have some Funko Pops now that I think about it. So we're hanging out. This show has no kind of script. So here we go. This is my LeBron Funko Pop. And this is my Tupac Funko Pop and my Biggie Funko Pop. So I got these. I love these. I buy random little collectible things. Kai says, have a good weekend. Yeah, we're done, Kai. You're not missing anything. Thank you so much for the vibes. I appreciate it. I got this little Batarang thing from Zavi. I love Zavi, by the way. If you want to save 10% at Zavi, you can use my link. Just go to bjkicks.link/Zavi. As a matter of fact, I'll put that here. Let me just do that. Hold on. So for these last few minutes, you can see Zavi. Zavi, they sell like these random little geek items. So I got this Batarang from Zavi. I've been getting these mystery boxes, these Funko mystery box or DC Comics mystery boxes. If you see over there, that's my Snyder Cut T-shirt that I got from Zavi. So I just love Zavi. They're based in the UK. So yeah, I got those Funko Pops. I got these random little action figures from Target. I used to work right around the corner from a comic shop, and there was a Target right by that comic shop. And I hated my job so much that I would just go buy things every day. So I started decorating my desk with these little trinkets. So I got these, the Green Ranger and the Dragon Zord. I got this Hey Arnold bobblehead. I got this Star Wars X-Wing. I just have random little things. I don't have a whole lot of action figures, but like I said, I can see that being a thing. But yeah, Detroit Mel says he's got the Tupac, or he wants Tupac. He's got 3 biggies. I think the Tupac's still for sale. Chris is going to be looking for these. This Michael Jordan pop was a Target exclusive, and you might not be able to find this one, but there's like 5 Michael Jordan pops right now. So you'll probably be able to find one. The one that I know is available is Michael Jordan wearing the UNC uniform. So grab that. Rich Craft says, what turntable do you use for your vinyl? I have a Stanton. I think it's the T92 USB turntable. So it can play records on its own, but I connect it to my computer so I can sample records into it when I was making beats. So that's what I use. I've had it for, almost 10 years now, and I love it. I love it. Doug Stanfield says Zavi's gotten him caught up on DC books. Yeah, the graphic novel mystery boxes, they give you all sorts of really cool stuff. So if you want to get 10% off, just go to that link. If you've never ordered from Zavi before, you use that link. It gets you 10% off, and it gets me an account credit that I can use to buy more things to show off on the channel. So it's a win-win. And let's see. Detroit Mel had a ton of figures on his desk. Yeah, I literally would go on my lunch break. I would go to Target and just be like, I want to feel better. Okay, I bought this little Green Ranger. And so then like the fun was just going to my desk and seeing the little things that I had acquired. And then they sent us all to work from home. And now I just got a bunch of stuff all around my house cluttering things. So yeah, man, that's how it goes. But look, it's 12:55. We've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much for joining. Chris and I are fans of opposing basketball college teams. If you didn't catch it, so yeah, I'm always going to just ridicule Chris for his fandom. So now he's going to put it next to a Zion Williamson ball. Bro, what you need to do is put it next to that blown out sneaker, and then put that right next to the Elite 8 banner that you didn't win in. That's what you should do. But anyway, but yeah, I've been trying to wrap up. Peace out, Kev. Thank you guys for being in the group. Thank you guys for watching the stream. You made the first episode of the Hangout a success. The next one's going to be on Saturday, May the 8th. So join me. There might be some giveaways. There might be some interviews. You have no idea what there might be, but we definitely know it's going to be fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. And it is time for me to sign off. Peace.